This video aims to demonstrate the use of ECAN 101 transparent transmission test, including frame ID and frame information enable instructions. In order to ensure the smooth progress of the demonstration, we have prepared the following materials. Firstly, we need to perform wiring operations between the products. Connect the 485 to USB converter and ECAN 101 in the way of a 2A and B to B. Connect the CAN 1H and CAN 1L interfaces of ECAN U01 to the H and L interfaces of ECAN 101 respectively. Connect the power supply to ECAN 101 in the manner of positive to positive and negative to negative. Power on the device. Connect the computer to ECAN U01 using a micro B to USB data cable. Plug the USB to 485 converter into the computer. So far, we have completed the connection of the product's hardware part. Next, we will configure the ECAN 101 parameters. Open ECAN 101 Configure Host Computer Software. Select the corresponding serial port. Open the serial port debugging assistant with the factory default serial port baud rate of 115/00. Click to connect device. The configuration software will automatically read the device parameters. The device's serial port parameters can be modified in the serial port parameter settings section. Note that the parameters modified here require a restart to take effect. This tutorial uses the default serial port parameters. The CAN bus parameters of the ECAN 101 can be configured in the CAN bus settings section. Currently, only standard CAN baud rate is supported. This tutorial uses a CAN baud rate of 250,000. The frame category can be selected from a drop-down menu as either a standard frame or an extended frame. Users can choose based on their actual usage. This tutorial uses the default standard frame. ECAN 101 can be configured in the Frame ID field. Frame ID of CAN data frames sent to the CAN bus. We will use the default bidirectional conversion for direction changing. That is, CAN and 485 bidirectional conversion. We selected transparent mode for the conversion mode. The filter mode is divided into receiving all CAN data. Only receive extended frames. Only accept standard frames and custom frames. The custom mode uses a whitelist mechanism. Only data frames that match the configured frame ID can be converted. The remaining CAN data will be discarded and not converted. This tutorial does not include filtering. That is, receive all data. After filling in the above parameters, click Write Configuration. After successfully writing the configuration, click to restart the device. ECAN 101 will automatically enter transmission mode. No need to click Connect again in the configuration software. At this point, the ECAN 101 parameter configuration is complete. Next, we will demonstrate the pass-through process. Turn off ECAN 101 and configure the host computer software. Open the serial port debugging assistant. Using baud rate 115/008 and 1 serial port parameters to open serial port. Note that you should check the boxes for hexadecimal display and hexadecimal transmission. Double-click to open ECAN Tools software. Select the serial port corresponding to ECAN U01 and open the device. This tutorial uses channel 1 of ECAN U01. Select the opening parameter for channel 1 as follows. The newly configured ECAN 101 has a CAN baud rate of 250,000. Click to start the channel. Click to send data. In the pop-up window, you can enter the frame ID and frame data to be sent. Enter frame ID as 2. The data can be filled in arbitrarily. Click Send to send CAN data to the ECAN 101. The serial port debugging assistant received the data. Serial port debugging assistant sends data. The data can be viewed in the ECAN Tools software, and the frame ID is the configured frame ID1.